called a big bitch. Are you kidding me?
On June 3rd, 2023,
Can you, like,
officers
being called
responded to an
big
area
N-word?
following a report of a woman driving under the influence with 2 children as passengers.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Can you please
Can I please what?
not flash the lights?
Well, I'm sorry. I was in the roadway, so I need to.
I'm not. I'm looking for my phone.
You're fine.
I'm not trying to attack you.
No, you're fine. I said talk to me. It's 7-2. You want one?
No, I'm not going to jail. No.
I don't know where we're at with all that. I'm trying to talk to you.
Who are you talking to?
You?
No.
Yes, I am.
I'm okay, baby.
They released this trailer just to spite Globku.
Is it Inspector Daddy to be here? Who's that?
Here, can we get off the road?
Risk it all in a single destructive blow.
Their daddy coming in there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be in the road, but
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, who's their dad? Where's they stay at?
I don't know. He left me.
Gargantuan.
He was the one who
Spiritual
was
pressure.
supposed to be driving.
And he left you?
And he left me. I don't need road.
Okay, I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying.
No, I don't.
I'm
He was
trying to
supposed
figure out
to
what
take
happened
us.
while they're sitting here. What's the deal with that?
He was supposed to take us home. You can't please.
Where's home at?
Wait, whoa, what'd that say?
Georgia.
We're at in Rome.
There is no way Ichigo Kurosaki finally gets the attention. The first and second Keycon moves do not destroy the Konpaku, but he can win by hitting the third Keycon move.
Yeah,
So he keeps people from going into awakening,
Neither do I.
essentially.
Home cookout. Come on, black people.
I'd say 321. On Steam it says
I
320.
don't know yet, to be honest.
Yeah, you.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. You said you've been driving around?
No, I haven't. I
Well, you said you went to cookout, right?
went cookout. That's it.
Okay. Why would you be going to jail?
Because you're a cop.
Plenty of people know taking me to jail. I took someone to the hospital earlier.
Okay.
So,
You're a cop. People go to jail. That's common sense. Nobody goes to jail for nothing. Maybe.
what's your name, ma'am?
Why are there cops?
Because someone called.
He was driving.
Okay. I'm not saying he wasn't.
He left me.
Okay. Would you work with me and do some tests to make sure you're safe to drive?
I'm not driving. I'm not gonna drive.
Okay, so you're not going to do those tests for me?
What do you mean, test? I'm not driving.
See if you're good to drive. Because we're going to figure out something to do with the kids, right?
I'll do whatever you need.
Okay. You said you'll do whatever I need? Right now, I just need your name.
Kennedy.
Kennedy? Is that your first name or last name?
That's my first name.
Okay. Yeah, how are we going to pull into this lot right here?
Who is that?
You're good. I don't know.
Shut up.
Here,
No.
stay right here.
No way.
When I left the Royal Marines, a lot of people would have given up on me. You gave me a job. You, cop.
Donald Trump has declared Joe Biden's pardons of Fauci, J6 members,
They
and his
weren't
family
signed
void.
personally.
The reason? Well, Joe Biden used an auto pen function, an app essentially that automatically signs pardons. Many have argued that pardons require a wet signature physically done on paper. I don't know how true that is because Obama, Trump, and Biden have all been accused of using the auto pen feature, though in the instance of Obama and Trump, there weren't questions of cognitive capabilities, and they weren't as pronounced. Many people have started to take a look at the executive orders, memos, and pardons Joe Biden signed, and yeah, auto signature. I say auto pen, and it's like, I don't know. It's like, you ever use DocuSign or whatever, where it's like your signature is saved, you click a button, just applies it. Donald Trump says that they're void. Now, something else just happened this morning, which makes me wonder, Dan Bongino, now the deputy director of the FBI, I'd like to give a massive shout out to Dan Bongino, who is a gentleman and a scholar. And, oh boy, am I excited. You know, we had so much happen over the weekend. It's funny, really, because I used to work weekends, okay? I used to do the morning show, this show, on the weekends, every day, no days off, including the weekends. And it was always really tough to source news during the weekends. So the shows were a bit more cultural, like, hey, this video game is dumb, or that's woke and this is woke, and who wants to watch that commercial? Because they'd be woke or something like this. Now it's like, I take a couple days off to spend time with the family like most regular human beings, and there's a plane full of violent murderers and rapists over international waters, and the Democrats are like, bring them back! And Trump's like, no. And a judge ordered a plane over international waters to turn around and come back to the country. It was on its way to El Salvador, where they deported some of the most violent criminals.
Damn it.
Now, there are questions
I really gotta
there
do
because
all of them
I'm
again.
always a fan of due process. And my concern is if they're just saying, we hereby declare this person to be a nonsense and violent offender, then, you know, we want a court to determine that. I don't want American citizens caught up in this. That being said, I got to be honest, guys, about that story, too, and I'll do a bigger segment on this a little bit later. I really don't care about the crimes after, quote, illegal immigrant, end quote. Okay? As soon as they're illegal immigrant, you deport them. And if you can argue any other crime and say, was he really accused of being this, a drug dealer or murder? And I'm going to be like, they went before a court, proved to a judge, or at least showed the judge the papers. He's not a citizen. The judge signed off on deportation. See ya. I'm not sure they're actually even going that far, which is a challenge because my concern is you'll get innocent people swept up, and you always do. But there are big challenges, and I think ultimately what it comes down to is this. Back to topic at hand, my friends.
That's stupid.
War. I tried to do it like Andrew Breitbart, but I'm nowhere near as good as he was. War. It's an administrative civil war. That's what Eric Weinstein said. Call it whatever you want. It's a civil strife. I don't know. But the efforts that were laid out against Donald Trump to destroy his life, to destroy people like me and you and our way of life, I'm sorry. I'm seeing all these Democrats coming out and being like, Donald Trump is voiding the pardons of Joe Biden. I mean, this is autocracy. And I'm like, I just don't care anymore. Abraham Lincoln is the most popular president in history. I'm sorry. We are so far beyond but my principles. Abraham Lincoln, when they poll and say, who is the most popular, who's the best president of all time? Everyone's like, Abraham Lincoln. It's like, oh, yeah? That guy suspended habeas corpus in a corridor between D.C. and up to Pennsylvania, basically ripping through Maryland and Delaware. There was no constitution. They could do whatever they wanted. This is a president who said, I am going to take soldiers and we're going to march in by force. This is the president of Sherman's March to the Sea. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't like the Confederacy. My point is simply that to do the right thing, Abraham Lincoln said, your rights be damned. And that is terrifying. It is terrifying how much people love the man.
God damn it.
Cherish him. Why? Because the Confederacy was worse. Welcome to war. Your principles mean nothing, and the winners take everything. We have sat back for so long saying, please stop doing this, Democrats. Please stop violating the rights of people in this country. Please stop going after Trump's lawyers. That's the moment that was...
Damn, how do you get a full 10 above me, dude?
Life doesn't stop when you're getting an education. That's why Sophia offers self-paced, online, college-level courses that are designed to transfer. Access 70-plus courses for only $99 a month.
Bullshit.
And start learning today.
Finally done.
Done with what?
I just signed
dude, dang, Vito, so
1,819,154 thank you cards for people who bought subs on last year's Day of Giving.
Danny, you know, on March 26th, we're doing another Day of Giving.
Another Day of Giving.
Yep, each year we give 100% of sales to local charities.
Oh. This year we do a group text. Join us when.
Jenna Ellis, Trump's lawyer, she cried on TV, she cried on camera, apologized, begged for forgiveness.
I hope you're all warmed up.
Pathetic. But I get it. She was a lawyer. Donald Trump retained the lawyer. She provided legal service. They accused her of RICO. They charged her under 2 RICO statutes simply for being Trump's lawyer. One of them. They went after many other lawyers that were working with Trump. That was it, as far as I'm concerned. You know, I always say this. We don't know when the conflict truly begins. At the first Battle of Bull Run, as most of you now know, because it's beaten in your heads, I won't shut up about it, people thought there was no civil war, and they were picnicking, despite the fact, historically, we say the Civil War had already begun. When they started going after Trump's lawyers, that's when it was like, holy crap. Because, no, listen. They went after Trump himself, but presidents have been gone after before, like Nixon, right? Watergate scandal. He resigns. He gets a pardon right away. There have been efforts to impeach rarely. There have been accusations against presidents. Now, what they did to Donald Trump was unprecedented. Don't get me wrong. Trying to put him in prison in New York, trying to seize his assets, his buildings. It was nuts. All of these were terrifying. When they went after his lawyers, they said the gloves are off. They were going... I'll keep the language right, but they were going to the end. Of course, there were 2 attempts on Donald Trump's life as well. So now I see this story. Trump says Biden's pardons are void because they were signed with AutoPen, and I say, yeah, maybe. This ain't even the craziest thing Donald Trump has done. But y'all want to come to me and say, please, good sir, where are your principles? They went into garbage disposal the day y'all charged Trump's lawyers with crimes.
Damn, he's at 23.
I said, holy crap, they're trying to literally kill us.
I'm 24.
When they firebombed the White House grounds and set fire to St. John's Church. When they killed 30-plus people in the George Floyd riots. When they imprisoned the McMichaels and that guy Bryans, I forget his first name. That guy in the Ahmaud Arbery case simply filmed something, and they put him in prison effectively for life. I said, these people are going above and beyond to destroy us, our lives, and 2 people nearly killed the president. 1 guy got a shot off. Now, as Trump is saying, if these were not actually signed by Joe Biden, they're not real pardons. And I agree with that, 100%. If Joe Biden wanted to issue a pardon, he could sign it himself.
Yes!
Are there really pardons here? Let's read the news, my friends. Smash the like button. Share the show with everyone you know. You can join us over at Rumble Premium. Don't miss the live show at noon over at rumble.com/Timcast.
Oh, don't do that.
Join our Discord.
Finally.
Go to timcast.com. Click Join Us. Sign up. Then download Discord if you're not already using it. Do not just be a passive observer of the news. I tell you, my friends, you got to be an active participant. Join the conversation.
Oh, I went in there because I thought they had the song that I was
Do
looking
not
for.
let evil triumph on this day, my friends. We will not go quietly into that good night. And all you got to do, and if you don't join the Discord server, that's fine. I'm just saying, be active. Find friends. Communicate. Make plans. I'm talking about bake sales, fundraisers, knocking on doors, looking up what Scott Pressler is up to so that we can win these midterms and make sure whatever is going on right now does not escalate. Although I have very little hope. Take a look at this from The Guardian. Oh, boy. Donald Trump claimed on Monday that pardons signed by Joe Biden were void, vacant, and of no further force and effect because they were signed with an auto pen. Well, I got the actual tweet from you. It said, oh-ish. Trump says Fauci and family pardons are void. He made this post in the wee hours of the morning. Donald Trump says, the pardons that sleepy Joe Biden gave the unselect committee of political thugs and many others are hereby declared void, vacant, and of no further force or effect because of the fact that they were done by AutoPen. In other words, Joe Biden did not sign them, but more importantly, he did not know anything about them. The necessary pardoning documents were not explained to or approved by Biden. He knew nothing about them, and the people that did may have committed a crime. Therefore, those on the unselect committee who destroyed and deleted all evidence obtained during their 2-year witch hunt of me and many other innocent people should fully understand that they are subject to investigation at the highest level. The fact is, they were probably responsible for the documents that were signed on their behalf without the knowledge or consent of the worst president in the history of our country, Crooked Joe Biden. The whinging, of course, has already begun. But, my friends,
At Vistaprint, we print signs so people can see your brand up close. But we also print signs so that people can see your business here, see it here, and see it here, so you stand out. Even when they're way back here. Get 20% off signs and banners at Vistaprint.
You know, as I mentioned, something else happened today. Dan Bongino officially joined the FBI. Dan, buddy, tell me you will go after the criminals. I have faith. Listen, let me tell you. There have been a series of swattings. It's been getting bad. I'm telling you, they can scream and they can spit and they can yowl all about Donald Trump and he's defying court orders, whatever it might be. And I'm just like, you are never going to get me to argue in defense of Democrats at this point. The level of evil that these people have wrought. Now, hold on, hold your horses. I won't defend Democrats. I will defend the Constitution. And I will not side with Democrats. So I'll tell you this. With these deportations, as long as there is some evidence these individuals are illegal immigrants, that's the only thing that matters. Trump can argue they're violent criminals. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I appreciate the worst going first. All you need to do is say they are not citizens.
Where is the honeybee?
The public is allowed, post the names of the individuals, give us a record of who they are so that we know for a fact these people that are being sent to El Salvador, when the judge is like, turn them around, like, hold on there a minute, they're not citizens. Then I say, fine, Trump, do your thing. I will defend the safeguards, but I'm also not so stupid. That's why I brought up Abraham Lincoln. Because all these Democrats are going to come out and say, Trump's violating the Constitution. So did Abraham Lincoln. But you love him. Everybody does. Because the Confederates suck. And there's a lot of people that are like, no, Tim, it was a Northern War of aggression. Listen, Southern states weren't seceding over trade disputes. They got mad that Abraham Lincoln won. They thought slavery was going to be abolished. So
no, that wasn't all of it.
Now, y'all can make the argument that states had a right to secede or whatever you want to make. I like what Ulysses S. Grant had to say about this. Principle over paper. He said, your admittance into this union required the sacrifice of blood and treasure.
No,
and now you seek to leave
doing what
with
the
nothing
South,
repaid.
or
We
the
say no.
British were doing to
No.
us in the early days.
And this letter is amazing. He goes on to say, it is the right of every person and of every peoples to fight for their sovereignty and self-determination. But when you lose, you will be ruled by your betters. And I think that's something a lot of people need to consider. The southern states, when they tried to secede, so many other states foot the bill so that they could be a part of this union, so that there could be a country. And they said, we're just going to sever that. It's like, whoa, buddy, okay? You can't just leave right now. You own it. And they're like, nah, we don't like the way you run things. So Abraham Lincoln says, we will not let this great nation fall, and I will do whatever it takes. Now, many people view